At the time of filming this video, I have exactly 9 days until 944 Fest. So I have a lot of work to do to the car and I have to get going right now, pretty much. And I have a couple boxes of parts from Rock Auto and from other places, but we need to get everything on this car because I have 9 days to work on it. And at the time of uploading, there's only gonna be 5 days. So I really need to get going on this car. But first, I need to take my Rock Auto magnet and put it on the toolbox. There we go. Magnet's on, let's go. Okay, so first up on the list, I have to replace this temp sensor right here, which is located right up under there. And the reason I'm replacing this is because the car has been running extremely rough lately. So basically this sensor tells the DME or the computer what temperature the car is, and then the computer uses that information to determine like what air and fuel mixtures to use. If this is reading the wrong temperature, it's not going to use the right mixtures. So basically on startup, my car idles extremely rough. So I think this is reading the wrong temperature, and then eventually once it actually reaches a temperature that is sufficient enough, the car will run fine. Now I probably could change this out without removing anything, but because I have to change something else, I'm going to go ahead and remove all of this. So there's the old one, a lot of corrosion, and now the new one. So big difference, hopefully this fixes it. One other problem I've been having with this car is when I turn the headlights on, I've been having that weird electrical, drop or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and inspect the alternator now and go ahead and just clean it up because I think that might be it. So while I'm in here, just go ahead and do that. So I just checked the alternator, everything looks good, but it's clean now. So we're gonna leave that as is. Got that sensor replaced. Now my next thing is the thermo fan switch, and you really cannot see it. You can see the connectors right there. It's really tucked up under there. Gonna attempt to get that out right now, but we'll see. Piece that sits right here and connects like all these tubes into the intake here. I went ahead and just cleaned it up. I used a brass brush, kind of got rid of some of that rust on there, and then just spray painted it to make it look nicer. It's just currently sitting over there while I wait. Okay, while I was waiting on the paint to dry, I went ahead and inspected one other thing because this thing has been bothering me for a long time. Basically, whenever I drive the car, the footwell heat is always on, and it burns extremely bad, especially on the passenger side. Whenever I have a passenger with me, I feel honestly really bad because it's just constant heat on their feet, and when the car's fully warmed up, it's extremely hot. But anyways, I've been trying to figure it out. I originally thought it was the heater core. Maybe the heater core's stuck and it's letting it in. But when I thought that, I'm like, the heater core, it would let heat in all the time, like not just the footwells, but I'm also like, maybe it's the heater core because it's dumping the heat and the heat's going lower, but also heat rises. And so I'm like, okay, I don't really know fully, but then I'm like, okay, maybe it's the actuator, like the actual door is not opening and closing properly for the heat itself. After doing some research, because I had to figure out what the climate controls even do. Honestly, I don't even use them. I just turn the AC on and off or turn the blower on and off. I don't even mess with the other things. But after inspecting the door opens and closes. The only thing about the door that worries me is that up at the top, it's not fully closing, it's deteriorated a little bit. So I'm like, maybe that's the case. Now that this piece is fully dry, it's actually been 24 hours. You just can't tell because I'm literally wearing the same exact clothes.
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
I'm gonna start the car up, see if the sensor worked, and then I'm actually gonna go ahead and let it fully warm up and then mess around with the climate controls because I'm still trying to figure it out, but we'll see. Okay, so while I was trying to work on that and it didn't work, something came in the mail.
Got him!
And that's gonna be the paint for the front bumper. So we're gonna get this front bumper painted, probably not today, but probably do it tomorrow, maybe? I don't know. Got the L90E base coat, Alpine White. Let's go ahead and get this thing started because I need to check on this sensor. I didn't plug the AMF in. I always forget to install this damn thing. Let's start this thing. All right, I'm gonna see if that sensor's leaking coolant. Seems to be running good, but I guess only time will tell. No, there it goes, starting to do its stupid idle thing. Normally when it does that, it lasts like more than that. It only did it twice. Normally it does it like 3 times, 4 times, even like 8 times. I do want to see what happens if I rev it up a little bit. Yeah, it catches itself. It seems to be running fine. Maybe it was just a... Wait. I'll do it. See, there's the idle that I know and love. Not necessarily love, I hate this thing. I don't know why it's doing this. Besides that SEM sensor not working, I need to inspect this because I need to know what the hell is going on with this thing.
Several days later.
Climate control system seems to be fully working. So this controls the footwells and it does actually move when I do the footwells. So it moves between the footwells being open and closed. When I do this, however, between I think this is like center to left, I don't believe that one's working. It could be defroster too. I gotta look at it, but I can't remember. The other thing I was also interested in was this slider right here that controls the cold from the hot. When it's on cold and I turn the air up, it is cool. I mean, I'm not saying it's AC cool, but it's cool. And then when I turn it all the way over here, it does get harder to get over here. I'm guessing that's because the heater control valve is vacuum operated. So as I try to actually move it, it doesn't want to fully move. Maybe it's just getting harder to actually open up or whatever. But that's hot. It does warm up. It takes a little bit. It's not as fast as like my Subaru, but that's a brand new car. So yeah, there it is. It's fully warmed up now. It's real hot. The one thing I do notice is when the footwells are closed, they still push out heat. So I'm thinking what's happening is that that flap is so deteriorated that it's still letting heat through the car. And there's so much heat coming in that even when the blower is off, it just is coming through. Okay, I guess I wasn't recording that whole time. I know I'm all over the place, but the sunroof seal leaks just a little bit. You can probably see maybe right where my finger's at, there's a tiny little gap. So I'm gonna try and fix that. It's the tiniest of gaps. It's just enough to let a little bit of water in there. So I'm gonna fill it with some black caulk. All right, so while that's drying, I'm gonna go ahead and replace these door handles. Pretty big difference. There's the difference between the old one and the new one. Just replaced that side and it is much better. So as I was getting ready to take the carpet out for the back, I was just seeing how I could, remove it because I don't want to remove this rear window. And I smelled something awful, like mold, mildew. So I think somehow, some way the sunroof or something leaked water. I only feel it and smell it on the passenger side. Driver's side, I don't. I'm still gonna be cautious and clean that side though, because I don't really trust it. Here's underneath the floor mat. That's about what the carpet should look like. And here's what it looks like back here. This is disgusting. I mean, I saw this difference too when I was in here and I was like, that's weird. I don't remember that. Now I'm like, oh, I see why I don't remember that. And you can kind of hear it's hard. Maybe not here, but this is soft. This is really hard. So we're gonna clean this up. While this is here to dry with the fan, I'm gonna get the rear carpet cleaned up and then see about replacing it. This is the old carpet, all blue all over. You can see the actual color it's supposed to be, but here's the new carpet. It's not perfect, it is 1,000 times better. All right, now it's time to go ahead and get the new carpet installed. Figure out how this goes in. And then I have some carpet adhesive because I did have to peel up some glue. So unfortunately the audio for the rest of this video got completely lost. I'm honestly not too sure what happened to it, but I really just finished installing the carpet and got everything put back together. I didn't do anything else too crazy, just put some glue. I did run to the hardware store to get some different glue because the glue that I was using was not working too well, but just enjoy the rest of this montage to music of me installing this. And if there's anything important that I need to put up on the screen, I will, but just bear with me and then I'll see you guys in the outro. There's the finished product. It looks so much better than that nasty blue carpet. Actually feels like carpet too. It looks like carpet, but Again, it's not perfect, but I'm so much happier with that result. But that's going to be all I have here for you guys this week. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like down below and share this with your friends. And subscribe, because we just hit 2,000 subscribers, so we're definitely moving up there. And part 2 of this is actually coming next week. I could not get to everything this week, so part 2 is next week. I'm going to be getting all the rock chips taken care of, the bumper, going to get the whole thing detailed. I think I'm going to do the hood pad installation. I don't remember what all I got to do, to be honest with you. But again, that's all I have here for you guys today, so please make sure you guys go subscribe, like, and share, and drive safe, and I love you guys.